Right, so what's going on, guys? So I've got a little time on my hand. I'm driving all the way up to Nottingham today to source some fabric from a fabric company for Blacksthetics. So yeah, another long 2-hour journey to get up there, but I've got some time on my hands so I could talk to you guys a little bit about the brand and what the brand represents, right? So Blacksthetics is a brand for me. Essentially, when you think of Blacksthetics, you got to think of unity. The brand for me represents unity. Togetherness and the coming together of people, of us. Let's try and refocus our energy and not fighting the old but building the new. And that's important. Let's refocus our energy and not fighting the old but building the new. So the Blacksthetics was a movement that started in America in the 1960s, largely unsuccessful movement, but the movement was essentially to combat racial injustice in America at the time. Africans were disenfranchised. We know the history of slavery and whatnot. We don't need to go into that again. Those of us who know our history know a bit about that. Now, the movement, like I said, began because Africans in America thought that they weren't celebrated. Right? There wasn't much about African culture, African arts. People would go into the city, they go into the museum, they wouldn't see any representation, any physical representation of what Africans represented. Everything would be westernized in many ways. So clearly, imagine a young kid growing up in America seeing that, or a youngster growing up in America seeing that. He's like, so where's my representation? People respond to what they see physically, right? Art, people love art, right? You go into museums, people spend millions on paintings, right? So clearly we respond to what we see physically, and that wasn't represented back then. So that's why the movement was essentially formed. Like I said, the movement was largely unsuccessful. It didn't do very well for whatever reason that may be. Maybe because the movement was in itself quite reclusive. That could be one of the reasons. I don't know, but it was largely unsuccessful. And the movement ended in the late 1960s, early 1970s. Now, today, Blacksthetics to me represents, I'm a bodybuilder, as you guys know, right? The art of bodybuilding. That's something I represent. For me, most people know me as the symmetry on stage or whatnot, if you go on my Instagram page, because of my aesthetic build. Now, I'm all about aesthetics, right? I'm all about painting a picture. I'm all about using my physique as a representation of art, of bodybuilding. When I step on stage, I want people to look at my physique and say, wow, this is art, this is beautiful, right? And we all go to the gym, we train, we put that work in, right, to achieve that awesome physique, that wow factor. Wow, look at that. So that's, to me, in modern day terms, that's what Blacksthetics represents. So it's, we've got the historical background, the historical facts about the brand, and now we have modern day facts in terms of the arts, in terms of the live fit lifestyle, in terms of changing the way you look by going to the gym and possibly losing some weight and forming a physique that you yourself would be proud of. Something that, for me, is to enter a bodybuilding competition and to have that wow factor for people to see my physique as aesthetically pleasing. And that's a great feeling to have. That's a great feeling to have if you can achieve that. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of dedication, a lot of work and dedication, and you can apply that same ethos to anything in your life. Work, hard work, dedication, apply that to your life. Anything. It doesn't have to be bodybuilding, and trust me, you will achieve 90% of what 100% of the time you will achieve what you want to achieve. And that's essentially what the brand represents. So paint your picture. That's a great slogan for the brand. Paint your picture. Having a vision, having an idea in your head of what you want to achieve. That's painting your picture. You're painting that picture in your head. I do it physically. You guys who go to the gym and train bodybuilders, we do it physically. An artist will paint a picture with using a paintbrush and whatever. A sculptor would use a hammer and a chisel and sculpt a mural or whatever it may be. That's life, right? It's all about art, right? It's all about, we respond to what we see visually. So that's a little insight into what the brand is about. And I hope you guys understand it. I hope you guys get it. Follow the page, Instagram, Facebook, all of it, and watch the brand grow, because I'm excited. You can probably tell I'm excited about the brand. I'm excited about what I'm going to put out there for people to see. and people to, you're gonna love the quality as well. I'm making it, it's gonna be British manufactured. That's important. British made, British manufactured. Quality is gonna be, has to be at the utmost. It has to be of the best quality. And British made, right? So it has to be, the quality has to be great if it's British made. So follow the brand, follow the line, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Blacksthetics, Blacksthetics. Follow the brand, follow me, and watch the journey as we continue to grow. Peace.